Hi everyone, it's April Davis here with April Davis Creations. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And one of the things that I wanted to start doing in the new year is scrapbooking. I love scrapbooking. I used to scrapbook before I made cards, and I've made some specialty albums and things like that, but I really wanted to focus on more on scrapbooking. So one of my things that I committed to myself was to join you every Friday and let's just do some scrapbooking together. And what I thought I would do is show you our kit. So I'm going to be scrapbooking with this kit. In the fall, I took a trip. My husband and I took a trip to St. George, Utah. And we went to Zion National Park, and we were in Las Vegas, and we went to Red Rock Canyon, and we just had a lot of fun during our trip and saw some beautiful scenery. So I thought this would be the perfect kit for me to create with all of you. And then I'll create a 2-page spread. This particular kit has 3 2-page spreads. Let me show you here. So you've got 1 2-page, 2 2-page, 3 2-page. So there's 3 projects. I'll do 1 project each Friday. So by the end of 3 weeks, I'll have done 3 2-page spreads. But I thought I'd walk you through the kits and how those work. And then each week I'll show you pictures that I was able to place into my scrapbook pages. So I wanted to start out just talking about the kit just a little bit. So when you get a Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking workshop kit, you have obviously examples. They show you how to cut your paper. There's lots of fun examples on how to do this. And they even show you cut orientation. So we'll be working with all of that. And in some cases, maybe I get this done ahead of time. A lot of times I'll probably be doing there right with you. And then it just goes into preparing for both pages, the assembly, everything that you need to do. So we're gonna walk through this kit, and at the end of 3 weeks, I will have my pictures from my trip to St. George ready to go. So let's look and see what else is in the kit. So you get designer series paper in the kit, 2-sided. And you can also purchase this paper separately. So if I want to make additional pages, I can do that. These look like some actual scrapbook pages because they're blank on the back side. So I've got those. And then we have the two-tone two-tone cardstock. So I've got this in the kit. I can also, Stampin' Up! Sells the two-tone cardstock separately as well. So you could do that. We've got basic white cardstock. We have some stickers that come with the kit. And what's fun about these is that they actually tell you what project they go for. So I could go in ahead of time and pick out the stickers or the ephemera for the project that I'm working on. They also have some card or picture, I'm going to call them picture savers. I don't think that's the technical word for it, but basically I can put these down and know that when I get ready to replace it, it's going to be a 3x3 picture. These are stickers. These were punch out ephemera. These are stickers. And then I also purchased the additional stickers. So this is an Exploring Nature sticker sheet. So I got this just in case because I thought, I don't know how many scrapbooking pages I'm going to make, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty enough materials for it. So let's go ahead and take this back. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get my papers and everything ready for my first project. So let's go ahead and open this up. Project number 1, you're going to be doing 5 3x3 photos. Okay, so let me look here. And to get started, just gather all your materials. And I'm assuming this is for project number 1. So let me look here. Okay, so it's showing you the material. Let me see if it's on this side. They're giving you just some examples right now. So they're going to give you the front and the back orientation, And I'm guessing this is for 3. This is for project 3. So So I'm just looking through, you know, this is one of the first times I've done Stampin' Up's kits, so we're going to learn these together, but this looks like this is project 2 in 1, project 2 in 1, or yes, project 2. So it tells me which ones I need. So I guess the first thing I need to do is I need to look here. These are for project 3, so I'm not going to worry about project 3. And in fact, if I go look, because they give me the paper and the orientation, I can look at my little sheet for project 3 and I can see that that's the paper that they're using. So we're going to look for this to start. And we're going to do cut orientation. This is going to be the front, and I'm just showing it the way that it's got it here. And then this is the back, and the back has a little asterisk by it. So if I bring in my trimmer, I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and we're just going to get this started. So I need to cut, this is the orientation, this is the back. I need to cut the back 4 by 12. So this is a 12 by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to cut it to 4. And then what I can do is, and it's already at 12, I'm going to take a pencil just to help me out with this. And this is 1C. And if you don't want to write in pencil on it, I guess the other thing you could do is you could take a Post-it note and do this. I'm going to actually take myself off screen so that I'm not blocking the way. But now I have 1C cut, and actually I've got, whoops, not this paper. Let me take myself down real quick. Oops, let's do this. Okay, now I'm down. This was 1C. This is going to be 2B, and it should be 8 by 12, and it will be 8 by 12 because I just cut it. So here we've got 8 by 12. So I can go ahead and I can put 2B here. Now, you could use your pencil and you could actually write on this and take an eraser and erase it, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. So in order to get what I need, I'm going to have to continue to cut my paper so that I can start building. So we'll do that this time around, and the next time we can start building the scrapbooking pages. So here we've got cut orientation is going to be like this again. And I'm just looking at the direction. This is the front and this is the back. All right, so again, the back is going to be 4 by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and from the back, this orientation, I'm going to cut 4 by 12. So we're going to go ahead and cut this off. Okay, and this is going to be 1J. So I'll take my little Post-it note and write 1J. Put this off to the side, and I'm going to start making a pile for all my ones. All right, this is 2H. I'm not going, it looks like it's supposed to be 8 by 10, so we know it's 8. So now I'm going to turn it. Yep, I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it at 10. Okay, so we've got this extra piece. I'm going to set it off to the side, but this is going to be 2H. And it's actually this front side. So this one that I did 2B, it's still 2B. I'm just going to turn it to the front side so we've got the right sides up. Okay, moving down to this one. This one is 2. I'm not going to worry about 2 right now. This is 2. I'm not going to worry about 2 right now. I can go back and cut these later. Okay, here we go. We've got the light and the dark. So this is the two-tone Secret C. So I'm going to come in here. I'm looking for the two-tone Secret C cardstock. So here we go with this. Okay, we've got the light and the dark. The dark is the back side. Now I'm looking here. We're going to cut one at 5.5 by 11. We've got another one 5.5 by 11. And then we've got several here that are going to be for 2. They're a 1/4 by 12, a 1/4 by 11, a 1/4 by 11. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our ones done. And the ones, this is actually the front because it doesn't have an asterisk. This is my secret seed, light and dark. So I'm going to cut 5.5 by 11. So, how do I want to do this? Because I need this one to be a 1/4 by 12, a 1/4 inch by 12. So let me go ahead and we'll do the 1/4 inch first, because I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut it off the bottom and then not have my 12. So let's go ahead and do this. So now I've got my 1/4 inch. Now I can take this and I can cut it to 11. So let's go ahead and cut this to 11. Whoop. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to turn it this way again to get my orientations correct. I'm going to cut this to 5.5. I'm looking here at 5.5 by 11. So just double checking, guys. I don't want to get confused here. Okay, here's 11. All right, so we're going to do 5.5. Okay, and then we're going to do another 5.5. And I'm going to label these in just a second. But then that leaves me with this strip that we are going to do another 1/4 inch by 11. So I'm going to bring this over to the 1/4 inch mark. Place that down. All right. So here's a 1/4 inch. And then we've got one that's an 1/8 inch by 11. So I'm going to bring this to the 1/8 inch mark. And we will cut it. It's a little harder because it's such a small piece. I just want to make sure it's an 1/8 inch down here too. I'm going to try something. I just want to see if I can use this ruler here to line up. There we go. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to pull this down and we're going to cut that 1/8 inch. And I have this little bitty piece left, but I'm going to move that off to the side with my other scraps. So I've got my 1/8 inch to 11, a 1/4 inch to 11. These are all 2s. I'm just going to put them in the 2 pile because they're just a little bit harder to label. But I've got those pieces here, and then I have these 2 pieces, and these are 1A and 1H, and it's the light side, so 1A and 1H. I'm trying to maybe move this over so I can keep you guys, so you can see 1A and 1H. Okay, so I'm gonna move it into my pile again. And now I'm looking for more ones. So the next one I've got, this is the two-tone Pretty Peacock. So let me thumb through here and I'll pull out the two-tone Pretty Peacock. And it looks like this is it right here. Okay. And this says 1A and 1B and 1L. And I need a 4.5 by 12, and the light side is going to be the front side. There's no asterisk here, so I'm working with the light side. So I'm going to do 4.5. We'll label these in a minute. And another 4.5 by 12. So we'll do another 4.5. Okay, and this is going to be an extra piece. So I'm going to move it over to my extra piece side, and then we'll get these labeled. I have a 1B, and I have a 1L. So 1L, 1B. All right, so we'll move these off to the side. All right, let's keep looking, see if we've got any others. Excuse me. Looks like I've got a couple of ones here. This is white willow. I called it basic white. It's white willow cardstock. So I'm just going to take one of the white willow. And it looks like we're going to be cutting a couple of pieces. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is an extra piece right here. So I'm going to start, even though I'm not doing, how do I want to say this? I'm not doing the twos, but I want to cut these across. So first of all, it's going to be 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. And I'm just looking to make sure that if I cut the 7 1/4, I need to cut off, first of all, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 4 1/4. Okay, so let's do 4 1/4 to start. What is the old saying? It's like measure twice and cut once. So I'm just looking again to make sure that I'm getting this right. So now I'm going to go to 7 1/4. Double checking, make sure 7 1/4, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and label this one. This is 2F. So 2F. I'll put it with my 2s. And then with this piece here, it's supposed to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 here. And this is going to be an extra piece. And then I'm going to do 3 1/4 here. Okay. And this one is going to be 1D. 1D. All right, now put the paper back in. This time we're doing them all 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 here, and these are 3 1/4 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just get the 3 1/4 going this way first. Okay, and then we've got this extra piece. Okay, and now we'll turn these and we'll do 3 1/4. 1/4, 3 1/4. Got an extra piece. We'll label these in just a second. Then 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 1/4. Okay, so we have, I'm just going to plop these on here. I'm doing it this way the first time. I may not use Post-it notes every time, but I do need to mark these as I cut them. So I'm going to start this way. And then I'll probably do it with just a pencil and erase it, but we're going to start this way for now. So 1E, and then 1F, and then 1K, and then 1O, 1L. Okay, this one that I said was 1L, it actually was like a little L or something. So I'm going to just line through that and do 1, 1. Because this is a capital L, interestingly enough. And then, oh, this is 2K, and this is 2L. So I'm going to put these in the L pile, or the 2 pile. And then I only have one more one that I need to do. Let me move these out of the way. So let's go ahead and we'll just cut up this willow, this white willow, since we have to do it anyway. So we're going to start, and this is going to be 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to cut it at 4 1/2. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 4 1/2 cut. All right, now I can turn this and I can cut it at 6 1/4. Did I say 4 1/2? See, I already did this wrong. 4 1/4. Yeah, it's 4 1/4, not 4 1/2. Fortunately, we had some extras, so whew, lucky there. But let's go ahead and take that 1/4 of an inch off. All right, and then we're going to turn it, and we're going to do it to 6 1/4. And let's see. It's kind of, let's see, is this the quarter line? Yeah, here's the quarter line right here. Sorry, the quarter line, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the quarter line actually goes into where the bend is, or the fold is for your trimmer. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting the right line. 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 will be 6 1/2. Okay, so here's the 6 1/4. And this one is, let me move this over again. This is going to be 2N. So let me go ahead and do this one. 2N. Okay, and then now with this piece, we're going to do 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to take a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. These are going to be extra pieces. Moving them off to the side. This is going to be 2M. So we have 2N and 2M. 2M. Okay. Then we've got this piece, and it's 1G, and it is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to do 2 3/4 here. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do 2 3/4. All right, these are extra pieces. I'm just going to put them off to the side for extras. And then label this one 1G. 1G. Okay, so I think now I've gotten all my pieces. So I've got all my ones in a pile over here. I'm going to bring these back in, and I'm going to move the rest of this out of the way. So I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way. I'm going to move this extra paper out of the way, although I am going to put my ephemera and these on top just so that I can access them easier. Whoops. And then we're going to put these, whoops, I just dropped some photo place savers. All right, so let's bring this back. And now we're going to start to build our scrapbook pages. So I've got everything sitting here. I'm actually, yeah, I think I'm going to keep them here for the moment. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the page. And it says adhere photos. Of course, I don't have my photos yet, so I'm not going to be doing that. But adhere photos to 1D, 1E, 1F, 1K, and 1L. So I'm going to move these out of the way. If I wanted to, I could take my place savers and I could just put a little bit of adhesive behind it, and then I would use this. Well, maybe that's what I'll do, just so that I don't lose these. And I'm not going to use a lot of adhesive. I just want to use a little bit because I want to remove these when I put my photos down. Okay, but this will remind me what needs to be there. So let's go ahead and we'll do this really quickly. So I'm just going to use just a little bit of seal right in the middle. And it's funny, when I make cards, I use glue. When I scrapbook, it's the craziest thing. When I scrapbook, I use seal. It's, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but I do. And if I can get my seal to work, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this one lined up. And this is where it's a place saver, right, for my pictures. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this one off. Just a tiny bit of seal. Oh, I love this, guys. I have missed it so much. I took the virtual scrapbooking class that Stampin' Up! Did, and I loved every bit of it. I made every single layout. There were 12 two-page spreads, one for every month. And I got the album, And basically what I'm doing for every month, I am documenting my Stampin' Up! Business. And so I'll take pictures for January and then build a page for January. So when I get that done, I will share it with you. All right, I think I got all of them. It said D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is done. I can check those off. And if you want to, just so that you can keep track of where you're at, you can check off, especially if you kind of come and go, if you will. All right, now it says cut mountain border sticker into 2 pieces. Mountain border sticker. All right, so I'm looking for the mountain border sticker. Hold on, I got it right here. I think this is the mountain border sticker that they're talking about. So it says cut mountain border sticker into 2 pieces, 4 3/4 and 6 3/4. So I'm going to bring my trimmer back in. And let's see, mountain border sticker, 4 3/4. I wonder if I can, it's a sticker. Okay, 4 3/4. I'm not going to stick it down, okay, because I don't want it to get stuck on my trimmer, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. It doesn't tell me what to do with it though. It just says cut it into 2 pieces. I don't know if maybe I should just have cut it off of there. Anyway, okay, look at it, sticky, 4 3/4. Don't do that. 4 3/4. I'm going to put it back on here in a second because I'm not ready to use it, I don't think. It's just telling me to get it cut. Oh, yeah, 4 3/4. So let's go ahead and cut this one. Hold on. 4 3/4. Okay, we're going to put this back down because it is 4 3/4. And if I was supposed to do it a different way, oh well, this works for me. And then 6 3/4. So let me look at this one. I've got to pull my arm out. And 6 3/4. Okay. So I'm going to pull this and wow. Okay. So we're going to cut that one. So I'm going to put this one down too. Put it back. Now that it's cut. And I got this teeny tiny little piece, which I don't think we're probably going to use, but I will put it back down. Okay, so we've got that. And then it says, cut the argyle sticker border into 2 pieces. All right, so this time, let me see, I can put my arm back down. Yes, this is the argyle. And we're going to cut it into 2 pieces. So I'm going to pull this up. Pull this down, and we're going to cut it at 5 3/8 and 5 5/8. So the first one is 5 3/8. So let me get that one down. 1, 2, 3. All right, pull this down. Make sure it's flat. That's 5 3/8. Okay, so let me get this one back down. Okay, and then the next one is 5 5/8. So 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 is right here. And it is a sticker for sure. Let me make sure I get it. All right, so we'll cut that. Okay, so let's put these back. And then they'll be cut and ready to go when we get ready to use them. And here's this little piece. All right, so bringing this back, I can now check off this one. I did it, and I can check off this one. Okay, now we get to assemble. Using exclusive crumb cake paper for your base page. Okay, I think the exclusive crumb cake paper is the paper that did not have a backing to it. So remember I was showing you there wasn't anything on the back. So I think this is the one they're talking about. Using the exclusive crumb cake paper. And I'm just looking at the picture and they're showing the border up at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let me move this stuff out of the way. So you can assemble appropriately because I like to use my grid mats when I'm doing this just so that I get everything lined up the way that I would like. So I'm going to bring this back in and I'm trying to 1C, it says adhere 1A, 1B, and 1C. So let me find 1A, 1B, and 1C. 1A, there's 1A. Here is 1B, I believe. One of my stickies came off. And 1C. Okay, here are these. Adhere 1A, 1B, and 1C. And 1C, oh, there are 3 different colors. Okay. And it looks like 1A. So I'm looking at this again. So 1A is going to go in the center, and it's lining at the bottom of the page, the example. It's coming in 3 1/4 inches. So I'm going to, let's move this one over. We'll work off of this one for right now. It's going to be 3 1/4 inches from this end. So a couple things I can do. I can do 1, 2, 3 1/4 right here. You can also measure. I have a couple of different rulers that I use for this, T rulers that I use. And so I can do here 3 1/4. That looks like 3. Yeah, 3 1/4 here. So I could, for all practical purposes, well, I want it to be on this edge. That's 3 1/4. So I would do it from, the ruler is a little backwards for me. So I'm going to do it from here, 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 1/4. So what I can do is I can lay this down right here. 1, 2, 3 1/4. Still the wrong edge. I got to do it from the top. Just takes me a little while to work through this, but here we've got 3 1/4. Finally, those of you that do this all the time, you're probably thinking, okay, April, finally you get it. And it looks like 1A, I'm going to double check. It looked like the dark side for 1A. So I think 1A was, let me just double check. I'm looking to see if 1A was the back side. So let me find 1A. And I just want to do this right. Okay. So 1A, they're actually using the light side because it doesn't have the asterisk. So I'm just kind of walking you guys through this. Light is the light side. Dark is obviously the dark side. And asterisk is the dark side. This is 1A and it's not using the dark side. Now the reason that I'm questioning it is because I'm looking at the picture and it looks like the dark side. However, that's not the way they have it set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up in 3 1/4 inches, get it all lined up, and then I'm going to put my seal on the back. So my scrapbook page is going to be protected. It doesn't get the wear and the tear that it would normally get, that a card would normally get. So I don't worry about making sure. I've got tons of adhesive on here. I just need to have enough adhesive to get it down. All right, so we've got this down. So I'm taking 1A off. And now I can check. I've got the crumb cake down. And it says here 1A, 1B, and 1C. Okay, 1B is down 3 inches. So I can do it this way. Is down 3 inches. So my 3 is here. I've got this, let me get it straight on my grid. Okay, down 3 inches. And it's actually going to go this way. So I'm going to line it up. I'm looking to see it lines up exactly across here. So I can line it up with the 9 and the 3, and it's going to go directly across. All right. So let's go ahead, and this time I'm using 1B, double check. Oh yeah, even here it says B does not have the asterisk, and the light side was the ace, or the side without the asterisk. Okay, just double checking. All right, so let's go ahead and get some seal on this. Turn it around. It's, whoops. There we go. Didn't think it was completely. And basically what I'm going to do with this, I don't really need the ruler. I'm going to line it up with the 9 at the edge. And I'm going to line it up with the 3 at the edge. And it doesn't have to be exact, it's just in the ballpark. All right, so now we've got that. Okay, so we're making progress, guys. And now 1C, and 1C is the, I think it was this side. Yes, it is this side. Okay, 1C actually is going to come down 3, or we're going to, okay, it's going to come down 1 1/4 of an inch from here. So if I put this up here, and I need to come down 1 1/4 of an inch. No, not 1 1/4 of an inch. It's just 1/4 of an inch. Because I'm like, that doesn't look right. Okay, so here's my 1/4 inch. I'm looking at my ruler. Let me try this one. It's hard for me to see that one. All right, if I line this up, and I want to come down 1/4 of an inch, there it is. 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, an inch. All right, so basically what I'm doing, I'm going to move this over. My T-square comes in quite handy because I'm going to come down 1/4 of an inch and line that up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our seal on again. 2 and 3. And guys, as we do more and more of this, it will get better. But remember, I don't want to say I'm a novice scrapbooker, but I am novice to following kits, and I'm just getting my feet wet again, and I'm excited about that. So we're going to do this together. Look, it's coming along. It's coming along. Okay, so let's bring this back. I'm going to move these guys out of the way. And now, got that done. Okay, adhere, prepared 1D, 1E, and prepared 1F using Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, so what that means, these were, I don't think I might have. Well, it doesn't really matter. Here's my pictures. So we're going to say these are 1D and 1D, 1E, and 1F. I want to make sure D, E, and F are all the same size. I'm sure they are because they're already prepared. Okay, good. Okay, so these are going to come in, and they're going to come down 3/8 of an inch and in 7/8 of an inch. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so let's do the first one. We're going to come in 7/8 of an inch. So, let's see, and we're going to come down 3/8 of an inch. So let me think about how I want to do this. I'm going to come in. Can I do that on this? Thinking out loud, thinking out loud. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try it on this one too. All right, I'm just going to lay this down right at the moment. I'm not adhering it. But it needs to come in 7/8 of an inch, so it's coming into about right here. And it's coming down 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to take this and put it right here. Okay, and then let's see how I'm going to figure my 3/8 of an inch. Because I've got the wrong side up, which doesn't tell me. Let me do it this way. All right, so here we go. We're 7/8 of an inch, and now I'm going to come down 3/8. So we've got, that's 4/8, so 3/8 is going to be right here. Okay. Is that right? I'm just measuring, guys. 1, 2, 3/8, yes. And in, of course, I'm going to have to get my seal on this, right? And then this is 7/8. Okay, so if I put this right here, and I know that it's down 3/8 of an inch, I could pick this up. I'm going to put seal on the back. What is going on here? Okay, and I'm just going to come in 7/8 of an inch. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's going to go right here. Okay, got it. All right, then the next one is 1/4 inch from this one. Now this should be easier, right? Because I've already got it lined up. So I'm going to put my T-square down again. And all I have to do is measure in 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm just looking to see where this falls. And I need to clean my rulers so that I can read them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoop. Get that adhesive off there. All right, lining this up. And then I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to do it right here. Okay. There we go. We got number 2. And I have some adhesive here. So I'm just going to use my adhesive. Can I get it on my ruler? I don't know. I can. Oh, I'm not going to have you guys watch me do this. I'll clean this up afterwards. I should have done it before. Okay. And then I need to do this one 1/4 of an inch. So we'll go ahead and get this back up here again. And let me get some seal on here. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch again. Right here, I want to push this down. There. Well, that doesn't look right. Hold on. That just looks a little off. Let me see if I can get underneath it. Let me use I got a little spatula here. I just want to get underneath it. It just doesn't look right. So I'm going to pull my seal up. All right, let's try this again. Okay. And then 1, 2, hold this down. There we go. That looks much better. Much better. All right. So we've got these pieces down. Let me move this out of the way. Bring this back in. Add prepared 1E when using, oh, I was supposed to put them up with Stampin' Dimensionals. Don't you just love that? All right, is it too late to do that? Stampin' Dimensionals, really? All right, see, I should have read further. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull this off. Now that I know where they all go, let's get our dimensionals out and we'll just fix it. The moral to this story is make sure you read all the way through before. And I think I did read Stampin' Dimensionals, but I don't know. I was so worried about getting them measured up that I didn't follow. All right, so let's do this. Now that everything's down, this should be easy peasy. Bring my T-square back in again. And this is going to be just, let's get this up here. And I'm just going to come over 1/4 of an inch. So here's 1, 2, get this down. There we are. There's dimensionals there. I'm going to use this just so that I can grab it. Pull this up. Okay, we'll put dimensionals on here. All right. here. Okay, so that one's just a little bit of adhesive. So let's go ahead and get this lined back up again. This one's going over 1/4 of an inch. Right here. Get that down. There we go. One more to go. You guys probably can't even tell the difference that it's got dimensionals on it. All right. I do like how the seal, oh, there was a little bit of a rip there, but it's covered up, so I'm not worried about it. If it had been more difficult, then I would have gotten my handy dandy undo out and taken them up that way. But they've really cooperated very well, so I'm going to go ahead and get the backings off of this. All right. And let's go ahead and get this lined up yet again. This way, and 1/4 of an inch, just right here. 1/4 of an inch. Okay, here we go. Is that straight? Oh, it's straight. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on. Going a little bit slower than I thought, but that's okay. We've got all the time. Adhere 1G. Okay, 1G. Which one is 1G? This is 1G. And 1G is going to go down here. It's going to go in 1/4 of an inch and up 1 7/8 inches. So let me get some seal on the back of it. And then I'll get my measurements. I'm just trying to speed this process up a little bit. All right, so we are going in 1 1/4 inches and up 1 7/8 inches. So let me do 1 7/8 is going to be right here. Okay. How about if I do it like this? 1 7/8 is going to be you know, as I do this, it's going to get easier, but I'm not used to such exact measuring. And so, oh, I need to be up 1 7/8 inches. This is 1 7/8 inches. Oh, good grief. All right, so it needs to be this way, right? So this is 1 7/8. So this is the bottom. And then I'm going to come in 1 1/4. So here's 1 1/4. So this is where this one should go. 1 1/4, and it's up 1 7/8 inches. Okay, so that's how I chose to do that one. As I do this more and more, I think I'll get better at it, but for right now, I feel like I'm getting it. Okay, so this one's done. Let me check this one off. Adhere garden green banner pre-cut pieces below the photos. All right, let's find the garden green banners. Let's see, where are they? Okay, I think, let me bring the sticker sheet in. These were my photo. All right, it looks like these are garden, oh, wait. Nope, these are garden green, maybe. Is that right? I think so. Adhere garden, oh, you know what? This makes it easier. Look, it says Project 1. So yes, these are them. So let me go ahead and get these off. I don't want to tear them. You might want to use some snips to help you get these out if they are You just want to make sure, yeah. All right. There we go. I can take off the little nubs. I just don't want to tear my paper. All right, here we go. Here's the 4. Pull that out, and this one. Okay, so let's look at the diagram again. It says below the photo, pre-cut pieces below the photo. So it looks like perhaps they go right here. So here's 1, 2, one of them's got a line through it. I'm just making sure I have the right ones. But it says project 1. Let me see if there's any others here. Here's another one. And what are these? Are these project 1 too? Oh, these are project 1 too. But these are garden green. All right. But we've got 2 pages. So that we're still working on page 1. Page 2 maybe. Next week. And there we go, that one. And then I've got these 2 as well, but I don't think these are the garden green ones. But I'll go ahead and pop those out. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and pop these out anyway. The reason why I'm questioning this is because when I look at this one looks right. This one looks plain. But this one looks like it has a line. Oh, you know what? I know what that is. This is this. It hasn't said to do it yet, but I'm looking at the picture. And then what they did is they took this and they centered it here. All right, so let me move these off to the side because these will probably go for the second page. But let me read this ahead. Adhere garden green banner pre-cut pieces below the photos. Adhere long balmy blue pre-cut piece. I need a long balmy blue pre-cut piece. Let's see. Is this it? Project 1. All right. And we have another pre-cut piece here. Okay. And, well, it doesn't call for this yet. So this is the long one, obviously. So I'm going to put this up to here. Pre-cut pieces over 1D and 1E. Then adhere prepared 4 by 3 1/4 mountain border sticker and prepared art embellished with the pre-cut pieces and stickers as shown at journaling. All right, well, it looks like the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this garden green banner. And we're going to lay it right. And I'm sorry if I'm getting my head in the way. Actually, I'm going to stand up just so that I can see down on this. But I'm going to put this right here. Okay. And then we'll do some more. I'll put this one down. And then it didn't call for that one yet, but we'll work on it. Okay, so let me get this one down. Now what would be fun is if you guys happen to have this same scrapbooking kit, then the next time we get together, maybe we could do it together. All right, this says, okay, this is the garden green pre-cut pieces below the photos. Okay, we got that done. Adhere long balmy blue pre-cut piece over 1D and 1E. So I'm not going to, how do I want to do this? It's going across the 2. I got to figure out how I want to do this because I don't have my picture in here yet. And so I want to make sure that I don't get it down too hard. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay it like this. Then it talks about the stickers. So I'm going to bring the stickers back in and I'm going to use the stickers as my anchor. Hopefully that made sense. So I need the 1 and 4 3/4. So let me get the 4 3/4 sticker. And this is, okay, that was the first one I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this loose so that I can tuck my photo in behind it. But this says adhere the prepared 4 3/4 mountains border sticker and prepared argyle. So I have to come all the way over here, and I'm going to line this up on the edge, and I'm going to lay it across that way this is still open so that I can tuck it in. Okay, and then we'll do the argyle one, which is the 5 3/8 inch, which I think is the first one I did. So we'll do the argyle, and I'm going to just double check. Move this out of the way just a second. 5 3/8, yes. Okay, this one actually goes, where's my paper? From the edge again, and it goes just, I think it goes right below. It looks like it's going right below my mountain. So I'm going to put it at the edge, and I'm going to line it up, butt it up, I guess, if you will, here. Okay, so now this piece is adhered, but I can still tuck in, and then I can put it down further if I want to. All right, then it says, okay, so we did that. Now it says embellish with pre-cut pieces and stickers as shown. Okay, so I'm going to look for, hold on. I'm looking for living in the moment. These are my pieces for page 2. All right, here's living in the moment, and this is, and it does say project 1. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one out. Okay, living in the moment is going to go right here, and it looks like it's going to set right here. How fun is that? Oh, getting so excited because it's starting to come together. All right, and I'm going to do here and here, and I'm just going to center this right about here. Okay, so living in the moment. Fun. Actually, I didn't put it down far enough. Sorry guys, that would have been fine. Let's do it again. Pull this up, pull it up. There we go. Everything's good. It went on this one. Okay, there we go. Living in the moment. All right, now what are we doing? We have beautiful day. Beautiful day. Where are you, beautiful day? Oh, here's a beautiful day. This is a sticker. And this one is right here, it looks like. Looks like it would have been centered. I wonder if this is over. Yeah, this is, this is over too far. So can I fix this? Perhaps. Let's see if I can get the sticker off of it. Remember, I didn't glue it down. So let me see if my sticker is forgiving. And I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. It actually goes to, hold on, let me pick this up just a tad. It slides right about here, pretty much on the picture. So I'm going to bring this like this. And then remember, this butts up right next to the argyle. So there we go. Is that down enough? Perhaps. There we go. Okay, now here's this sticker, and this sticker gets centered down right about here. I want to do it centered in the picture. Does that look about centered? That's good enough. All right, then we've got no boundaries, no limits. So here's no boundaries. Pull that sticker out, and it is going to go right about here. I'm just calling it. Okay, and then we have No Limits. And No Limits is going right here. Is it going right underneath? Perhaps. I think No Boundaries probably needed to, finding out how forgiving these stickers are. How nice is that? I mean, really, how nice is that? So I'm going to put No Boundaries right here. Yay! Very good. Okay, do I have any others? Do I have any others? Oh, and then I need to add journaling, and the journaling is going to go right here. So I embellished with the pre-cut stickers. Guys, our first page is done. How exciting is that? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's see. How much time do we have in? We've been recording for an hour. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going on. We're going to go. I'm going to move this over. This was page 1. Now we have page 2 here. Okay, and let me pull my pieces because we have them all cut. So remember, the first part of this wasn't putting the page together. It was cutting all the paper. So here's one. Here's one. Here's one. I've got some photo pieces here. Need my dimensionals. All right, let's see what we need to do for the second page. So flip it over. Use exclusive crumb cake paper. Okay, we got the crumb cake paper. Adhere 1H. Here's 1H, 1L, and 1J. All right, so I think we do this exactly the same way. So I don't know that it's going to be any simpler, but actually the horizontal ones might be easier. All right, so what I want to do, this isn't going to be so bad. I'm going to come in 3 1/4. Here you go, guys. 1, 2, 3 1/4. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. 3 1/4. That's interesting. This piece seems, nope, it's the same size. 1, 2, 3 1/4. Oh, there. We're good. My bad. All right, so let's go ahead and get the seal down here. Seal down, seal down, seal down. All right, and we're going to come in 3 1/4. So right here and right here. Okay, get that out of the way. And then it says 1L and 1J. Okay, so 1L is 3 inches down, and this is 1L, and we're doing the front side. So again, easy peasy here. We're going to go here, and we're going to go here. See how much easier this gets after you've done it? Okay, so get this done. All right, making sure this is squared up so my measurements are accurate. Okay, and then we're going to do here and here. Okay, got it. And then the next one is this one, and let me see, I think I want to put, it's kind of interesting, they're the same page but they have different textures to them. 1J, and this needs to come down 1 1/4 inches. Now the nice part about this is I've already done it over here, so basically I'm just looking at where I lined it up there, and you're just coming down 1/4 inch. So this is going to be so easy. I'm using my first page to help me mark where my second page goes. And then we're going to come down 1/4 inch, hit the edge again, 1/4 inch, hit the edge, And we've got it. Look at how fast this is going together. Okay, now let me check some things off. So we've done that, we've done this. Adhere 1K and 1L. All right, I think that is these two. And these are the picture ones. All right, I'm gonna come in 7/8 of an inch. And I'm coming down 3/8 of an inch. So let me figure this out. 3/8 of an inch is going to be from where? I'm coming down 3 of it. Okay, from this edge. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 3/8 of an inch here. And then I need to come in 7/8 of an inch. And this is 7/8 right there. So coming down 3/8 and 7/8 is right here. So go ahead and get this one down. Hold on, guys. Measure twice, cut once. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3/8 of an inch right here. Okay. And then we have 7/8 of an inch right here. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to measure over 1/4 of an inch from here. So actually, I'm going to use the other one because I can see better with it if I can find it. You know it's here because I've been using it. Oh, here it is. All right. So I'm going to line this up with this. Do it this way because I'm used to using the imperial side. So let me get this on. All right. And we've got this lined up, and then we're going to come over just 1/4 of an inch. Yay. So we've got that. Look how fast this is going. All right. Now I have another piece I'm looking for. 1L. Where is 1L? Uh-oh. I need to put this back on there. Okay. My stickers are coming off. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for 1L. I thought I pulled... Did I pull 1L over here? I don't think I did. Where are you, 1L? Hold on. These are picture savers. These are not them. No. These are all picture. Okay. Hold it there. Put this off to the side. All right. 1L. Looking for 1L. Did I cut? Wait a minute. Project 1. Oh, good grief, guys. All this stuff is right here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Wait, these are 2s. Did I bring 1L over here? Did I? I'm not seeing it. All right, hold on. These are stickers. Trimmer. Paper. 1L. Oh, I'm supposed to put those on with Stampin' Dimensionals. How come you guys didn't remind me? Ugh. All right. I feel like we're having deja vu happening. 2L. Where is 1L? Here's all my 2s. All right. Maybe 2L. 1L will show up here in just a second. All right, we'll figure out what it is. In the meantime, I got to take these off because I want to do this right. I'm going to take these off and I'm going to put my dimensionals on. Can't believe I didn't remember to do that. What was I thinking? All right, let's very gently take these off. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Where is my... Oh, I don't need to find 1L. Goober. All right. Let me get this on and I'll show you what I was reading because we're good. We're good. I did not lose a piece. All right, so let me get this lined up again. And this goes 1/4 of an inch. So here's one, here's 1/4 of an inch right here. Whoops. Gotta take the backings off or it won't stick. Gosh, I was on such a roll too, right? Okay. 1, 2, here's my 1/4 of an inch. All right, let's take this one off. Let's get underneath there. I do love, I know I already said this, but I do love how forgiving this seal is. Oh my goodness. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't feel like it's as forgiving when I'm doing my cards, but I don't know. Maybe I should give it a shot. Although I do like the glue because the glue I can scooch things around when I'm doing my cards to center things up because I'm not very good about centering. I have to use a ruler to help me center and that even takes me time, as you guys well are aware. All right, let's do this. Get this down and then 1, 2, here we go. Okay, now let's go back and read this again. It says 1K and 1L using Stampin' Dimensionals. Adhere garden green banner pre-cut pieces below the photos. Here you go. We have the garden green banners. Okay, so this one, this time, is going under this photo. So we'll get this lined up. Okay, and then this one goes into the other photo. Get that lined up. Okay, and then it looks like this one. I think that there was a piece that I'm missing. Yeah, I didn't get these pieces on. So I'm going to actually do these both at the same time. So we're going to put one here and it just gets centered right in here. So let me get this centered. Okay, and then we'll put the other one on the other side over here. Okay, and then, so I've done this, adhere journaling pre-cut piece. So there is a pre-cut piece for journaling, and it looks like it is right here, and it says Project 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. All right, and it is going to go 1/4 of an inch over from here, but it's already got this. So what I'm going to do just to help me out, I want to do my 1/4 of an inch, but I'm going to measure it this way, line these up pretty close. Let's get some seal on the back of this. Okay, and then I can come over 1/4 of an inch right here and get this journaling piece down. Whoop. Just want to slide under my ruler. There we go. All right, so now we've got that. So now what I can do is I can turn this back around. I don't want to lose this piece because I'm sure I'm going to be using it. All right, so we've got that. Now, adhere shorter balmy blue pre-cut piece over journaling piece. So I guess it's going to go right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of seal here. And I think it's edge to edge maybe. I'm just kind of scooching it. Okay, and then it says adhere prepared 6 3/4 mountain border. So now I got to come back to my mountain borders. And I have this mountain border that's already prepared. And it is going to go on this edge. It looks like it's going right butted up to the blue. Okay, so we've got that. Actually, it's kind of interesting. It kind of comes over this point here, but I don't think I did it crooked, but I'm going to slide it down just a little bit. I think it's going to be fine. And then you're going to take your argyle, put this up here, your argyle piece, and I'm going to butt it up again right here. Okay, nice. Then we got that done. Embellish with pre-cut pieces and stickers as shown. So we're looking for scenic route. Actually, we're looking for some mountains, I think. Here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we've got this scenic route. So let's pop this out. And then we've got these mountains that I'm going to look. They are Project 1. So let's go ahead and pop these out. Okay. Are there any other Project 1s while I've got here? Nope. All Project 2. Okay, so it looks like what they did is they put these mountains behind these mountains. So I am going to put a little bit of seal right on here. Excuse me. And then, is it even? Maybe it is even. I think they need to pop up just a little bit more. I put them down. I put the seal in the wrong place. Are they going to catch them? A little bit, maybe. A little bit, maybe. All right, but now what I can do is I can put the seal here. Whoops. Come on, seal. Seal. I have a seal problem. All right, when you have a seal problem, you can open this up and turn the gear, and hopefully that will help fix it. Let's see if I can get there. Maybe. If not, I've got another one, and I will work on this one later. But let's see if that helped it out. Okay, so let's go ahead. Well, come now. Come now. All right, let's nail it out. I'll choose it. There we go. And this mountain is going to go right about, wow, it came over a lot more. Maybe here. It doesn't really say. And then we've got scenic route that's going to go here. Okay, so let's put some seal on here. And then I have, oh, well, I don't have do it exactly the way they show it, but I'm trying to follow instructions. So I'm going to put it right about here, I think. And then there's a compass here somewhere. I think this compass sticker is the one that they're using. Is this it? I think so. And so they have a compass right here. How did they do that so that it covered this up, but it didn't cover the end? Is there another compass? No, I think that one's it. So we're going to just do our best. Scenic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so we got that. And then we have an enjoy and we have unstoppable. I love that. Unstoppable. All right, so I'm going to put unstoppable right about here, I think. Do I need to come up a little bit? Does it slide? And then we've got enjoy. So here's enjoy. Enjoy the ride. Oh, this is going to be perfect because we did a drive through Zion National Park. So there are a lot of ride pictures. All right, this one says, oh, I'm going to journal on it. All right, where's the sticker? Okay, it's this one. So I can put the date, and it's going to go right about here. Okay, and then there's another one that goes right here, and it says on the what? Does it say on the? All right, guys, I got to look here. Oh, for the record. Yeah. So we're going to put it right here. Try to center it as best we can. Nope, that's way off. When my fingers are too big and I can't see where I want things to go, oh, it makes it so much easier if I use my tweezers to kind of hold it in place. And then I think there was another for the record over on, interesting. Oh, wait. I think for the record right here. I think it said for the record. Let me double check. Double check. All right, so let's go back to this one, and it says for the record. So we're going to put it over here. All right. There we go. Oh, guys, I love how this is coming together. Love, love, love. All right. Okay, do I have everything? Let me look. For the record. And then I got to add my journaling. We are done. Look at how these turned out. I'm so excited. I have my first scrapbooking kit page done. Let me line these up. So when I put them in my page protectors, they're going to line up just like this. And hopefully the next time I see you, when we work on the next 2-page spread, I will have some pictures added so we can see how this all comes together. So guys, thank you so much for joining me for this fun Scrapbook Friday. And it will get smoother as we go along, but I appreciate the fact that you watched me work through things. I know this is probably how it would work with you unless you're an avid scrapbooker, but we can do this together. So if you have this kit, let's do this next Friday. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.